Hi, this is part 4, appreciating symbols, Pisces and Virgo. This we're going to talk about the planet that makes Pisces act in its detriment. Detriment means that it behaves badly. It's just an energy that isn't initially cooperative as far as we experience it, but in the long run, it has, if not positive, at least interesting effects. So, the planet that's in detriment to Pisces, or vice versa, is Mercury. One of the symbols of Mercury is interesting, but I'll always remind you guys that we're talking about Pisces here. So there's 3 parts to Pisces. We've talked about it a lot. Let's take those parts apart. So we have semicircle, line, semicircle. Well, let's start to put that thing in a new arrangement. That's kind of interesting. Could be anything. Well, what if we do something like this? Now we see that essentially we have the same configuration that we have in Pisces. And these 2 symbols are both mutable symbols. And Pisces and the other Mercury signs, Gemini and Virgo, are both mutable. The 2 Mercury signs, I should say. So you got that. Now that's what's called a caduceus. And that is what Mercury or Hermes holds in his hands. And it means exactly what it looks like. It's an intermixing of things, of 2 forces. So you take that thunderbolt in Pisces and you put it right there, and that becomes the staff of Mercury, and that's why Mercury is known as a magician. That's why Mercurian deities like Thoth, Hermes Trismegistus, is known as a magician, because he is the archetype of the control of that thunderbolt that steers the course of things, as per Heraclitus. So, in this case, you see somebody or something that has a lot of power, and you see what were 2 semicircles become intertwined. So, like I said, that's intermixing. So, you see this everywhere in life. You know, 2 friends are talking at the mall. They go, "Oh, hey, girl, where'd you get that hairstyling product?" And then the next week you see that your friend has the same hairstyle as you. That's intermixing. That's Mercury, and that's caduceus energy, if you can call it such. The adaptation energy in Pisces is different. Like we said, with the bird and the tree, there's a mutualism. There's a mutualism to it. Here we're having just straight intermixing. So, a great example of this, the craziness of intermixing and the bluntness of it, would be a platypus. A bird that lays eggs, but it's a mammal, but it's kind of a fish. Thank Mercury for that. So we can kind of get an idea of why these 2 forces don't work too well together. As we've seen, the entire basis of Pisces is to be a bridge and to learn about space. So Pisces, as much as Pisces wants to connect, it's not really that interested and being intermixed. So, since that caduceus energy is Mercury energy, and Pisces is Pisces energy, when they come together, in other words, when Mercury is in Pisces, it's not good, or so they say. The really interesting thing about this, about planets in fall or detriment, is that they actually have a roundabout way of creating better things overall. And we'll talk about that in the next part of this series and mini-series. Take care.